Welcome. Today I want to explore with you the reason for the sudden population explosion on our planet. Why are there so many souls trying to incarnate at this particular time? To find the answer, we once again have to step back from the tapestry of life and take a look at the bigger picture perspective. As we have seen in many of my videos, during the event that is commonly called the Fall, countless spiritual beings left the absolute reality, our true home, and settled in the temporary or relative reality of space and time. This temporary reality consists of 7 spiritual realms. They are from the highest, the realm of mercy, then love, patience, earnestness, divine wisdom, divine will, and order. These realms are, like everything else, nothing but energy and vibration. From the highest vibration being up here to the lowest one down here, where we find our material universe with planet Earth. Matter is, of course, also nothing other but transformed down spiritual energy. All these 7 spheres or realms are populated by these spiritual beings who have left the absolute reality and which are now called fall beings or souls. By acting against the law of love through the fall, they had burdened themselves with soul burdens, also known as karma. I explained this in greater detail in my video on the path of the soul. The lower 4 spheres or realms are called the purification spheres, where souls can gradually purify themselves from their soul burden, their karma. But it is a very slow process because, according to the law of attraction, these souls are surrounded by like-minded souls. That means that they are stuck in some kind of bubble where everyone thinks and acts the same way. Furthermore, they do not have a physical body like we have here on Earth. Our physical body works as a buffer that softens the impact of our karma. But in the spiritual realm, our soul is totally exposed to the effects of our own karma. It is more painful and can even be scary at times. But we are given a wonderful opportunity to clear up much of our karma by incarnating to planet Earth, which is basically a school for souls to speed up our return home. Here on Earth, we are exposed to many different points of views, lifestyles, cultures, teachings, and so on, because the souls here on Earth are coming from all 4 lower spiritual realms. This also means that we can meet up with souls with whom we have unresolved issues from past lives. Furthermore, we have our physical body that surrounds our soul and softens the karmic impacts. So souls that wish to clear up their karma faster have the opportunity to visit this very special and unique school, the Earth School. And not only once, but if necessary, several times, which explains the reality of reincarnation. We have to remember that we souls are eternal beings. We live forever. And from that vast perspective of eternity, these visits to planet Earth of an average 25,000 days are extremely brief. Here on Earth, we are spiritual beings who are having a very brief human experience. But do we see now that at any given time, only a tiny number of all these fall beings of these 4 lower purification spheres have incarnated and are attending the Earth School? The vast majority remains in these spiritual and astral realms. It's the same with our present Earth population, of which only a very small percentage is going to school at any given time. For thousands of years, the number of souls that are here on Earth have been pretty stable or increased only very moderately. But as time began to speed up, souls began to incarnate much faster than before. Where in the past the period between incarnations could be hundreds of years, many souls now began to reincarnate after a few years only. Very suddenly, in the last century, the numbers increased dramatically. We can speak of a population explosion. Where at the beginning of the last century the world's population was only 1.5 billion people, it now is reaching 8 billion people in only 120 years. Why is this happening? Why this sudden frantic rush of souls to incarnate and have a brief human experience? The answer lies in the evolution of our planet. Earth itself is also an evolving, living entity and is undergoing a dramatic change. It is shedding off everything that no longer serves the planet so that Earth can reach a higher vibration and comes into a new and higher dimension. This transition is dramatic, to say the least. The Earth is shaking itself and spews forth everything that does not belong to the innermost part of the Earth, to the pure being. All the suffering and the negativity that humans have inflicted on Mother Earth will now come back to mankind as karma and be transformed into light so that the Earth can transition to the higher vibration, a new dimension. This extraordinary event has been widely known in these purification spheres. Billions of souls have realized that this event is a unique opportunity to expedite, clear up and transform their personal karma in a very short time span, even if it means that their life might be painful and difficult. But negative karma, which would take eons in the spiritual world to endure, can now be resolved in a matter of months or years. From the perspective of a soul that wishes to return back to the absolute reality, to God, this opportunity is something they would not want to miss out on. And souls in the lower astral spheres also know that they will no longer be able to incarnate because Earth will be on a higher frequency than they are after the transition. This is their last chance. Therefore, billions of souls have started to push for incarnation to be part of this cataclysmic event of planet Earth. It's like the final scene of a great musical when the entire troupe of actors and singers come back to the stage for one final song together before the last curtain falls. Only this time, the last curtain that falls are the financial system, the political system, the military system, the ecological system, the religious system, the climate collapse and anything else that man created and that was not in accordance with the divine laws of love. As the repository planets that store our karma are downloading these soul burdens back to the originators, all these systems are coming crashing down. This is not the end of the planet, but merely the end of the world as we know it, and it is the beginning of the new Earth, of higher vibration. And yes, that is exactly the moment billions of souls have been waiting for to incarnate for their own rapid growth and purification. It's like a gigantic power wash that cleans the souls in a fast and robust way. The sad thing is that many souls had problems finding suitable baby bodies to incarnate. Due to birth control and abortion, there are only a limited number of babies born in the first world countries. But these souls are so desperate to be here at this particular time of Earth's transition that they are willing to incarnate even in the poorest and most deprived conditions in third world countries, which explains the exploding birth rates. Herein also lies the answer for any young couple that wonders if it is okay to have children at this time. Any soul that now incarnates goes through the same pre-birth counseling that you and I went through. The soul will be shown the possible challenges and difficulties that lie ahead in their new incarnation and has to agree to be born. Nobody is here against their own free will. The transition the Earth is going through affects everyone very differently, according to our own karmic burden. But we need to remember that we are never alone at this time. The divine world, spirit, with all its division and entities are here supporting us and guide us and usher us through the chaotic time that lies ahead. God does not want us to suffer, be hungry, sick, or without shelter. He wants to rescue us if we wish to. We have to trust this divine guidance. Besides, our vast experiences of many past lifetimes have prepared and primed us to weather these turbulences fearlessly. So what this all means is that you and I have also consciously decided to be here at this very moment to clear up our own karma and to serve in this transition in whatever capacity we are able to do. Everyone is needed for collaboration and participation. This transition is nothing but the birth pain of a new magnificent Earth, the Terra Nova, of a higher frequency that will be very different to the world we have today. It will be the beginning of the kingdom of peace with all people, animals, plants and minerals. We humans will change from a mind-based perception to heart-centered awareness. This is an exceptional moment of time, and you and I have won the lottery to be allowed to witness this ascension and to be part of it. This gift of transformation allows us to become who we truly are, divine sons and divine daughters of the living God. So instead of fear and despair, let's use gratefulness and courage. By focusing on the light that is waiting for us and always accepting what is, we will be guided through this period. Let's fasten our seatbelts and let God within us be our captain on this bumpy yet extraordinary ride to freedom. As always, it has been a privilege having been with you.